Alright, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College. And as part of the Rankin Technical College AWD, or Application and Website Development Program, and in particular the AWD 1111 .NET Framework with Web Databases class, I am doing a series of video presentations based on the book we will be using for this class in the fall 2019 semester, that book being Pro ASP.NET MVC 5, an 8-press text by Adam Freeman. I'm back in the friendly confines of Rankin Technical College doing this lecture, or these lectures, and I'm ready to get started. So, we are now up to Chapter 8, Sports Score Navigation. And as the author says, in the previous chapter, we set up the core infrastructure of the Sports Score application. Alright, now we will add features, it says, and see how the investment of the basic plumbing pays off. The Sports Score application will be more usable if we can navigate by category. We will do this in 3 phases. First, we will enhance the list action model so it's able to filter product objects in the repository. And you remember right now we've got what? I think we've got 3 categories. We've got water sports, soccer, and chess. Next, revisit and enhance the URL scheme and revise the routing strategy. And finally, create a category list that will go into the sidebar of the site, highlighting the current content and linking to others. So, as mentioned here, we're going to start by enhancing the view model class product list view model, which I added to the web UI in the last chapter. So, product list view model. There's the UI, and there's product list view model. As of right now, as you can see, not much in it. Alright, so the first thing we want to do, you can see we're going to be providing for our current category. There's that. Like this spread out a little bit. There we go. So as mentioned, we added another property called current category. The next step is to update the product controller so that the list action method will filter product objects by category and use this new property. That's been added to the view model. So we want to go back to our product controller file, and in our list method, let's just grab this whole thing here. And you'll notice where category is null or category equal category. So my guess is if it's null, we'll show everything. If we've got a category listed, we'll show just the results from that category. So this is the list method that we have in our product controller file. Alright, and again, because I'm a little anal about this stuff, alright, so those are the changes that we made. And if we go back to the text here, the author says that he made 3 changes to the action method. First, we added a parameter named category, which is used by the second change in the listing, which is an enhancement to our link query. If the category is not null, only those product objects with a matching category will be selected. Finally, the last change that we made right here is to set the value of the current category property that has been added to the product list view model class. However, it says these changes mean that the value of the paging info items is incorrectly calculated. We'll fix this later. So there is a unit test that's put in here, and for the can paginate, which is in there before, we're making this change. Now, I'm putting these changes in here, but I'm not taking the time to go over this. They're just not time. Alright, so let's see, I goofed up. And it looks like we have changed it to this. Still getting that error message. I'm not sure what that is for or where that's from. Alright, by using null here, it says I receive all of the product objects that the controller gets from the repository, which is the same situation we had before we made the change. And in the can send pagination view model, we want to change in there also. Alright, so we want to get rid of this, or not get rid of it, just comment it out for now and add that. Keeping your unit tests synchronized with your code becomes second nature. Well, the idea is, as you'd guess, if you make a change to the code and you've got associated unit tests, you should update those right away. It's just like the old saying, and I've told this for many years to my students, be very leery of a company if you ask about documentation and they come back and say, oh, we always do our documentation at the end of the we do our documentation at the end of the cycle. Okay? No, they don't. They probably don't do any documentation at all. Alright, the effect of category filtering is evident even with the small changes. Start the app and it says select the category using the following query string. So we'll put in here question mark category equals soccer. And we should then only see 3 soccer records, at least ideally. That's what we're going to see. So let's do a save all. Let's go back. A lot of stuff open here. No, it's not at all mandatory that I close all this. Just making it a little bit easier for me to navigate my way around here. That's all. Alright, so my list is what's up right now. Let's view that in the browser. It's not going to look any different right now when it first comes up. Oops. Okay, so we got our product list, question mark, category equals soccer. Well, that isn't good. Might still be loading though, so I can get rid of this. Let's let it come back up. Looks like it's all up now, so let's try it again. category equals soccer. Well, that isn't good. Seems to say we've got a mistake. Oh, wait a minute, we put ocker. Well, that would probably do it. S-O-C-C-E-R. Nope. Doesn't look good right now. Definitely does not look like it's working. So let's go back and check. Oh, we don't want list. Okay. So let's try that. Product either. We just want the name. Of our random port, question mark, category equals soccer. Well, it still does not look right. We're not getting anything, which, as you'd guess, would say that I did something wrong here. Well, first of all, let's come in and do this. Let's go back, just make sure we haven't broken anything. Let's not even have a category in here, and I think I see something else that's screwed up. So we put in here a backslash, question mark, category equals soccer. I don't want a slash there, I don't think. This does not look right. It's still showing me everything. Well, it's a Monday morning. What can I tell you? And we're at 12 minutes. If I can't figure this out shortly, we will in the next lesson. Let's try category equals chess. We're not getting anything for that. Plus we're getting a slash there where we're not in the book. So we've got chess, water sports, soccer. Okay. Well, it liked the capital S. Now that's pretty interesting. So let's try water sports. Looks good. And let's try chess. All right, it appears as though that is case sensitive. So if I come back and put a lowercase in there, I get nothing. Just goes to show you, you just never know with some of this stuff. So that is case sensitive. All right. Okay, obviously users won't want to navigate this themselves, but with just that small change, we made a big change. All right, let's quickly, I need a unit test to properly test the specified category. So let's put in this. Again, we'll get an error right now because it's incomplete. All right. I think we're missing a curly. There we go. Alright, not pretty right now, but see, arrange. I like to break this up since they've done it. It makes it a little easier to work with that. Alright. So it says this test creates a mock repository containing product objects that belong to a range of categories. One specific category is requested using an action method. So we want to come in here now, and as mentioned, we want to redefine our URL scheme that is currently being set. In other words, we want more of what's typically referred to as a pretty URL. So I'll come back to do that in just a couple minutes.